Alright boys and girls, today I want to show off an interesting deck that's coming out because of the new ban list changes. I'm going to show off Zoodiac Ryzeal, so let's get into it real quick. The first combo we're going to look at is a 2-card combo. It uses Zoodiac Ryzeal and Zoodiac Barrage. So this combo pretty much does everything you need it to do. So I'm just going to run you through the combo and then you can just see what it ends on. It's pretty much, I believe, like 6 to 8 points of interaction. So we'll go ahead and normal the rat. Rat effect, we can Foolish Burial any Zoodiac card here. The one of choice that we're going for here is Zoodiac Ram. Then we'll overlay into Zoodiac Chakanine. This will let us revive a Zoodiac monster from the graveyard. Declare its effect, attaching Rat here. We'll bring back Ram. Then we'll go ahead and overlay once again into Drident. Drident will activate, targeting the Ram, which once popped will bring back any Zoodiac monster from the graveyard. We're going to revive Chakanine. Next, we're going to overlay into Zoodiac Tiger Mortar. Tiger Mortar will then activate. It'll let us target a Zoodiac card in the graveyard and attach it to another Zoodiac Xyz monster on the field. In this case, it'll be Chakanine. And then Chakanine is not a hard once per turn, it's once per copy. So we can declare it and use it again. And then we'll revive Ram. Then we'll take our 2 Zoodiac monsters, we'll overlay them for Utopic F0, and then we'll overlay again into Utopic Future Draco. We'll move it up into the EMZ, and this is where Barrage comes in. We'll activate Barrage, targeting the Ram to pop it and destroy it. We'll special a Zoodiac out of the deck. We'll special Whiptail, and then since Ram is also not once per turn, it'll activate, reviving the Rat Pierre. Then we'll overlay these 2, and we'll make Ryzeal Duo Drive. And then Duo Drive will activate, and we'll detach 1 from Duo Drive, and we'll detach 1 Xyz from F0. This is important later. Here we're going to add Ryzeal Cross and Sword Ryzeal to hand. We're just going to go ahead and activate Ryzeal Cross. That way now we have 2 negates online. We're going to special summon Ryzeal, or Sword Ryzeal, declare its effect. This will let us go ahead and grab X Ryzeal to hand. Now we'll go ahead and use X Ryzeal, and we'll send Eclipse Twins to the graveyard to special summon it. We don't get the search here, but we do get to trigger Eclipse Twins, targeting Chakanine and Drident, and we'll special summon back Drident, and we'll attach the Chakanine. Then we'll overlay these 2. For Detonator, declare our Detonator, and we'll attach Eclipse Twins. So just off of Rat Pierre and Barrage, you get 2 negates and 4 pops. So now you're saying, but hey, Rat Pierre is limited. How are you going to get to Rat Pierre consistently? Well, I'm glad you asked. If you noticed in the extra deck, we're also playing Giant Hand. Why are we playing Giant Hand? Giant Hand sucks. Well, we are also playing 7th Ascension, Fire Formation Tanky, and 7th Tachyon. So now we're playing Giant Hand because we can go 7th Ascension, add 7th Tachyon, 7th Tachyon, reveal Giant Hand. Giant Hand can add us Rat Pierre to hand, and that's our combo. We play 2 7th Ascension, 3 7th Tachyon, that's 5 extra copies of Rat Pierre, 3 Tanky, that's an additional 3 copies of Rat Pierre, and then Rat Pierre, so that's 9 copies of Rat Pierre in the deck. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now you're saying, hey, you only have 3 Barrage, and there you have a point. We do only have 3 copies of Barrage. So what do we get just off of the Rat on its own? Just off the Rat on its own, you do end on just the F0 and Drident. The Barrage nets you the Ryzeal half of the deck. But you will have 3 other cards in hand just off of this. So you will probably need like a Ryzeal extender, or like the Shark stuff to get to Duo Drive, or the Barrage. So that's why the Shark stuff is important here. Let's take a look at the deck list real quick. So deck list wise, we're playing the Shark stuff of 3 Surfacing Big Jaws, the 1 Drake Shark, then we're playing 2 Ice Ryzeal, 2 Sword Ryzeal, 1 X Ryzeal, and that's all the Ryzeal names. No Node, no Star, nothing else. They're just inconsistent. You don't want to have them in your hand, you don't want to draw them, you want to search those cards, and they're not starters. They're only extenders, you don't want them. Then we're playing 2 Ram, 1 Whiptail, 1 Rat Pierre, the most important card in the deck. Then we're playing 3 Fulos, 2 Perulia, 2 Nib, 3 Ash. You can put whatever hand traps you want, just don't put too many. You want your deck to be as consistent as possible here. 3 7th Tachyon, 2 7th Ascension, 1 Bonfire, 1 Tack, 3 Barrage, 3 Fire Formation Tanky, 1 Ryzeal Cross, 3 Imperm. It's simple, it's clean, just execute the combo, go through it. You want this to be as consistent as possible. That's the problem with Ryzeal right now. It's inconsistent. You have to be able to nail that combo down. You have to have starters. Then the side deck isn't important right now. These are just ideas I'm going through. I keep going back and forth on Plasma Hole. Plasma Hole is arguable to play, but really you're only searching it if you open Cross or, you know, something of that nature. Or if you're only searching it if you open Cross or you open Sword. So it's arguable to play. It just doesn't really feel good to ever draw it. So that's why I've kind of stuck it in the side in the idea pile. Extra deck wise, we're on Zeus, Detonator, Eclipse Twins, 2 Duo Drive, 1 Tiger Mortar, 1 Borbo, double Chakanine. I was asked in the Ryzeal Duelist Facebook group, why double Chakanine? Chakanine, you play 2 for the combo. This way, if your first Chakanine gets stopped, you do technically have the capability to make a second one and do the combo again, either on the follow-up or on the same turn, since Chakanine is once per copy. You can go Surfacing Big Jaws, search Drake Shark, overlay and make Chakanine, since Chakanine is a generic rank 4. You can still do the combo that way. So they'd have to have like Imperm Nib to still stop the combo that way. So Chakanine is important enough to play it too. Then we play Utopic Future Draco, Drident, and then our 7th Tachyon targets of Star Seraph Sentry, Silent Honor Arc, and Giant Hand. I've thought about cutting Star Seraph Sentry because I never 7th Tachyon for Ice. The only reason you would 7th Tachyon for Ext is if your normal summon gets disrupted, which arguably, like, the only one you would want to 7th Tachyon for is Surfacing Big Jaws. Like, cutting the shark stuff really, like, weakens you and makes you entirely too reliant on the normal summon, which is why I'm very hesitant to cut it. But, you know, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm still kind of brewing this deck, theorizing it, and until next time, peace, take it easy.